the Nerd Show. Podcast Radio. She's a nerd, he's a nerd, talking about what we know. Nerd Podcast Radio. We're all nerds, we're all nerds, buckle up, cause here we go. Nerd Podcast Radio. Welcome everybody to the Nerd Podcast Radio. Welcome everybody to the Nerd Podcast Radio.
Welcome to Nerd Podcast Radio, your nerd home away from home.
Welcome to Nerd Podcast Radio. I'm your host, Super Vegan Brian, joined by David D.
Hi, everybody. That was different, Brian. Well done.
That was very Wolfman Jack, wasn't it?
It was, yeah.
Oh, I can't do Wolfman Jack. They sound like Puppy Man Phil. Can you do like a husky voice radio guy?
I mean, not intentionally. Probably I can.
You're like if I
Let's go.
Yeah, the Wolfman. I can do the as far as voices go, I can do like the smoke too many cigarettes voice.
Yeah, that's not that hard to do.
Yeah, and I can do the glottal constricting voice, the Yoda or the Elmo. Elmo's easier for me because it's just a pitch up glottal constriction.
Fair point.
I love vocal mechanics. I think it's one of the things I really like about podcasts. And speaking of podcasting, we're going to be talking about things we do in pop culture. We're going to do a little bit of a short episode today because it's super hot on David's end, and I have to get up early for some chores and stuff because it's super hot here, and I can't clean out the garage in the heat and have to do it early in the morning.
Yep. And since we're the only responsible adults, no, I'm just kidding. We're the only ones here.
My garage door died, and I have to clean out the garage so a mechanic can get to the thing.
That's funny.
Yeah, we're going to get into pop culture and movies and TV and stuff. But first...
Oh, right. That's me. But first, we're going to play everyone's favorite game, What's Nerdy With You, where we talk about what we've done in the last couple of weeks. It's nerdy, but the duo edition, where we don't actually vote, because it'd be kind of pointless. There's only two of us.
Yeah. And you know, you can usually predict it. I ran a D&D game, and I played a D&D game, and I played Pathfinder, and I ran Pathfinder, and I watched a movie. Right? It's about right. That's what it usually is like.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, I'll rock, paper, scissors. You know who goes first?
Rock, paper, scissors, shoot.
Shoot. Scissors.
You go first.
Haha. All right, fine.
Yeah.
I guess I'm the guest. Host. All part of my master plan. Make you have to do all the work. Nerdy thing. Well, over the past month or so, since the Magic the Gathering Final Fantasy set has come out, I have spent more than I'm willing to admit on cards. That's my nerdy thing. I've been collecting Magic cards again, physical cards again,
nice.
For the first time in a while.
Nice.
And yeah, I've spent more than I really want to admit.
I've been reaching out to contacts to try to sell my late stepdad's Pokemon cards.
Oh, nice.
And
you should come down here and take them to Frank's.
That'd probably be a good idea.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll go. I'll hit you up and we'll go together.
Yeah, sounds like fun.
Yeah. Odds are most of the stuff is relatively meh, but there's probably a few pretty impressive things in there.
Oh yeah.
Because he did the investment thing where he just bought a bunch of shit really early, like before the game was hot.
Right, yeah. And I'm sure it's probably, depending on what it is, it's probably worth a pretty decent amount.
Most of them are Japanese import too.
Yeah, okay. That definitely adds / detracts from the
depending on the card.
Yep. Yeah, the only way to really do it would be to schedule time with one of the sellers at like Frank's and have them just go through it all as bulk and see if there's anything in there they want.
Yeah, it's like 2 whole banker's boxes full of stuff.
Yeah, you got a pretty good shot of getting some decent money out of there.
Yeah, got a couple graded things too.
Sweet.
Yeah. The thing I did do, that's something I'm gonna do, but the thing I did do is I saw Superman.
Nice. I've heard good things.
It was good. It was very good. The nerdy thing I did, though, is I got home and I went, Heather, I do not want to overwhelm you with a bunch of nerd out, so I am going to be stoic. It was a very good movie. the dog was the best part. I am going to go outside now. And I went outside. I literally, the whole way home, I was like, don't geek out. Don't bug her. Don't geek out. Don't overwhelm her.
That was very nice of you. Very thoughtful.
Yeah, it was the best film portrayal of Lex Luthor. Very good movie. Good
I
portrayal
don't know.
of
Gene
Superman.
Hackman's kind of hard to beat.
Gene Hackman was good, but it was very
For what?
the air purifier kicked in under the table and it just surprised me because I'm not used to that.
Oh, like you were literally mid talking and it just stopped and looked down.
Yeah,
Like, what the hell?
Yeah, I mean, we have it in here because of the bird, but it just kicked in and I felt the breeze and it surprised
If you'd
me.
like to see the bird that Brian is talking about, join our Patreon at patreon.com/nerdpodcastradio, and you can get access to our video feed where you can see our beautiful faces, beautiful hot faces.
And Brian's backdrop, including a parrot.
Yes.
On Fridays, when we record on Fridays, he's probably going to be in here every time
Okay,
because he screams nonstop if he's not in here because he usually goes to bed at 6:30. So he is going to bed a little late, but that was also one of the reasons why I wanted to finish a little early, just do a little short one for a change, just because I have this guy and
So we
I
have
don't
new
wanna-
so we have new mascot. Got it.
yeah. Well, Momo can't come in here.
That's what I'm saying. We have new mascot now.
Yeah.
Momo can retire her sash.
Oh, did I tell you we got 2 new kittens?
No, you didn't.
Yeah, Poppy and Gussie.
Oh, lovely.
Yeah, 2 little girls. Yeah,
Sweet.
they ripped the Wi-Fi router out of the wall. I unplugged it and pulled the network cable out of the wall
Sounds about right.
right before Heather had to work.
Sounds about right.
Yeah,
Man, it's a good thing you're good with IT stuff.
I was at work. I mean, I wasn't home when it happened.
Oh no.
Yeah,
Oh no.
yeah, they're little monsters. We have a wooden cabinet. We're gonna drill a hole in the back of it and use it to keep the Wi-Fi. We're gonna do that over the weekend.
Smart.
Yeah, we're going to the whole plan is clean out the garage. I have to get up early, clean out the garage. I can't open the garage, so it's gonna get really hot in there. So I have to do it early in the morning.
You probably can. Most garage doors have a manual override
Oh, that's
where you
true.
can detach it and then manually move it up.
We even did that. So I didn't think of that. Yeah, no, we can do that. I'm
You'll be able to open the door.
thing.
But
Yeah, we can open it. I opened it. I just forgot about that.
technology.
Yeah.
Technology. Yeah, you can do it by hand.
I think my true nerdy thing, it kind of sucks because it's a good competitive nerdy thing.
Oh God, there's more. Yes.
I spent a lot of time planning encounters in Pathfinder because my game is sandboxy, so I plan encounters. My party is 5th level. I accelerated them pretty quick. They stayed every level for like 2 sessions. I think 3 for 1st level and then 2 for every other level.
Right.
I'm gonna keep them 5th for like probably 5 to 10 because 5th is a great level.
See, what you do is you only prepare 1 or 2 encounters, and then it doesn't matter what hex they actually enter. That's where they hit that encounter.
Well, yeah, well, like
GM secret to how to sandbox.
I have a Weavern planned. I upped it up a level, so it's a 7th level Weavern. I thought a 7th level Weavern would be a good fight for a 5th level party.
Yeah, it should be.
Yeah. And there's a halfling and there's 2 small characters in the party, so
Tee hee hee.
yeah, I love flying away with small characters.
Tee hee hee hee. Yep.
I was looking at the 2nd edition gave them their dive where they can dive down and grab someone. And I'd always read it. You know how with role-playing games, sometimes you forget to read the last sentence?
Yeah.
Well, it goes, they dive down and they grab and they can fly half their speed. And then they have to let them go at the end of the round. Or they stab them with their stinger with a +2 bonus. And I missed that part. And I'm like, that's evil.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it is pretty messed up.
Because they fly down and grab them. They're off guard. So it's already a -2 to their AC. And then with 2nd edition, it's if you hit them by a threshold of 10, it's a crit. So it's technically a +4 to hit. That's scary.
Mm-hmm. That's dangerous right there.
I was thinking about wyverns, and I thought maybe wyverns should have sort of like dragons with their breath weapon, where the stinger should only be able to use like every 1d4 rounds instead of every round.
No, because the stinger is a melee weapon, where the breath weapon is an area of effect.
I know it's just
You have to actually hit them for the stinger to work.
it's true, and then the saving throw, so it's like 2 points
Yeah.
of failure.
So no, you're perfectly fine using that every goddamn turn.
The saver suck effects.
That's the beauty of Saber Suck. The DC's not hard, but if you fail it, you are fucked.
I need to roll randomly for who it attacks because two
Yeah.
people in the party are resistant to poison, and I don't want to
No,
target the
absolutely.
people who aren't
I-
on purpose.
No, it's a wild animal. 100% you roll random. Unless someone does damage and draws aggro, you roll randomly. Oh, look, random player. Caw-caw!
Or random small player.
Yeah, that too.
Yeah.
Especially if I'm hungry. Nom nom nom.
This party's neat. It's the first time I've played in a group where everyone except for one player is gender bending.
Nice. Oh, you learn so much about your friends when you roleplay game with them. You really do.
Well, in the last game, I was the only one who was gender bending, so I'm role playing. I'm running for these guys, and they're all doing it.
That's quite funny.
I generally gender bend because it's easier for me to play a character that's completely separate from who I am in every way than to
Yeah.
play one that's similar.
I can see that 100%.
Yeah.
I think one of my best characters I ever actually got to play a full campaign with was a gender bent paladin. Stephanie. She ended up with a 28 charisma by the end of it. Most of it was in her bra.
I remember in the older versions of the game where the female characters didn't have charisma.
Mm.
That was lame.
Yeah. Yeah, no, it was great. Like, we literally walked up to a castle that we were sieging, and she walks up to the front gate and goes, "Hi, can you let us in, please?" I rolled like almost a 50 diplomacy, and they're like, "Yeah, okay," and opened the gate and let us walk inside while they're under siege.
When Pathfinder First Edition had gotten really, really crunchy. And near the end, like right before Second Edition came out, there were a lot of rules options that got super crunchy. I played an Asmodean wizard that could use intelligence for charisma check.
Interesting.
And it was the first time I played it. It was a plus 25 to diplomacy at, ooh, something fell down. It was a plus 25 to diplomacy at first level. And, oh, sorry, got to get my head straight. It's a plus 25 diplomacy at first level. And the first time I played it, we did a no combat Pathfinder Society scenario. I'd never done that before, where you skip all the combats. The GM even said, "Is everyone okay with this? Because I know some people don't like it when there's no combat." And everybody was like, "No, this is great."
Nice. It's always good when you get a good group and you're able to do that without pissing people off.
Especially the GM. Sometimes because I can understand because sometimes you spend a bunch of time prepping the encounter.
Oh yeah, it's like, well, why did I waste all my time? Like, God damn it! But so one of my favorite breaking the rules stories ever is in Star Wars, the new they called it the new edition, the core edition that came out, Star Wars RPG, and they reduced all of the force using to a single quote unquote use the force check. So you could dump points into use the force as a skill. So I found a way at level 1 to have a character with a plus 24 and use the force at level 1.
Wow.
Yeah, completely legal. No bullshit. Fuck you, game. Yeah, if you're gonna break the forces as a game, take the whole force Jedi system and completely destroy it in that way. I'm going to break your game. I was literally making checks that should in theory be giving me the ability to like pull Star Destroyers from space at level 1.
I miss the Star Wars game. I have a lot of good memories playing the Star Wars role-playing game.
Yeah, I have some really fond memories of it too. I got to play in that insane game where we were doing so we were playing it was a prequel game. We were playing during the Clone Wars. And my character was I was of the Dooku clan, but I was a lesser member. I was Bassic Dooku. A member of the Dooku clan.
What was your class?
I was a medic. My whole thing, I was a Jedi, but I was a healer. I was the doctor.
Yeah. The only class I ever played, because I played the D21.
Yeah, the revised core, the
Yeah.
3.5 version. Yeah, that was a
Yeah.
great game.
And I played a tech specialist.
Oh, those were fun.
And it was the tech specialist was the, if you were a very creative player, you could be like, okay, can I roll a technical roll to see if I can make this computer make the turret shoot people? Can I roll a technical roll to see if I can
Yeah.
broadcast a message to, like,
I'm gonna splice this computer real quick. Hold on.
I'm going to do magic right now.
Yeah, effectively. No, my favorite thing to do in the revised core, I created a character who was he was oh shit, what are they called? He was a Gand, and he all he was just straight soldier, and I had a heavy repeating blaster, and I was a Jedi killer. Literally walk up to them, and go dodge this. Are you still alive? No, okay. Oh look, I survived your turn. My turn.
My favorite thing about that game, my GM at the time had set up a thing where we had a malfunction and had to emergency land on this planet, and we very quickly found out that there were like Jedi ruins there. But then at night, all of a sudden, zombies show up.
Oh, fun.
And he came up with this whole like Sith Lich thing. It was neat.
Nice.
Zombie Outbreak Star Wars. It was very fun.
It's very cool. Although, so I was playing, I did a lot of work to prep for a long-term campaign I was running for friends of mine in college. We used the D20 Star Wars Revised Core Edition, and I ran a New Jedi Order campaign during the beginning of the Yuzong Vong War. I read every book of the New Jedi Order series in the extended universe just so I would know the source material to be able to run this campaign accurately. And on our fifth game, rather than go down to the planet and save their friends like they were supposed to, the crew saw that it was a very difficult naval battle to get there and said, screw this, we're leaving, and left.
Oh, that's fantastic.
So I had to an entire notebook of prep toss. All right, let's go do something else.
That's amazing. It's amazing how we're still doing What's Nerdy with You.
Oh God, are we still technically?
Yeah, technically, we never
Oh.
really transitioned into any kind of topic or anything like that. So, full disclosure, we don't really have one.
I was gonna say I didn't think we had a topic.
We had some topics, but they weren't two people topics. I don't have any two people topics prepped.
Yeah,
And
there's been a lot of shit going on lately.
yeah,
This whole world is just on fire and it sucks.
I got a text from Mikey yesterday asking me if I was okay after so many beloved celebrities passed away.
No, that was kind of
Yeah,
him to reach
that was
out.
nice.
Yeah.
Well, he didn't know. Now, I know that Hulk Hogan is a problematic figure for a bunch, but when I was a kid, I was a big wrestling fan. So
Yeah.
it's sad for me because I have good memories about it.
I feel the same way. He was a
Yeah.
hero to me growing up as a kid. I
Yeah.
mean, yes, he did some very questionable things later on in life, and honestly, I'm not that big of a fan of his anymore. But
Yeah, but when I
sad
was a
that he
kid,
passed.
I watched the cartoon, and my aunt had a friend at work who was a relative of his, and I got to meet him when I was a kid. So it was, and like not like a fan meetup, like they brought me to a place and Hulk Hogan showed up in costume. Like it was
Which
a
is
neat
awesome.
thing, and it was a
Yeah.
very cool thing to experience when I was a kid.
Yeah. See, growing up as a kid, I had Suburban Commando on VHS, and I wore that bitch out.
Oh
So
yeah, I remember watching it back in New York. It was such a great movie.
I wore out the VHS. We had to throw it away. It stopped working after
The
a while.
Undertaker is the best part.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm gonna get you, Ramsey. Or is it I'm gonna kill you? I'm gonna kill you, Ramsey.
I don't remember, but yeah, it's just that voice. Oh my God. Yeah, I think the Nostalgia Critic really did it justice in the review video he did of it. I was frozen today. I mean, that really is a great non sequitur to just end a card. Christ, I was frozen today.
Gotta love Christopher Lloyd in that movie.
Oh yeah, amazing.
He didn't do enough movies like that where he played the straight man.
No, he didn't. He was usually the foil.
Yeah.
He does a great straight man. It's honestly a lot of fun to watch that movie. It's so fun and it's so terrible, but it's so much fun to watch.
You know, growing up in New York, it's like you get to see people like that when you're a kid. And I got to meet Cyndi Lauper when I was like 4.
Name drop some more, my man.
Well, I mean, it's not impressive. I was a little kid.
I know, I'm just fucking with you.
And Cyndi Lauper we met her at a Pizza Hut. Like, that's how mundane it was. But then the Hulk Hogan thing was like, I happened to have a relative who knew somebody who knew somebody, and it was a neat thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I lost my signed autograph in the fire when my house burned down. Have I told you that? My house burned down?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I mean, I got to hang out on Joe Swirling Jr.'s boat when I was a small kid. What do you want? If you don't know who Joe Swirling Jr. was, he was one of the producers of 21 Jump Street and the A-Team, and
I know
basically
the name sounded familiar.
all of TV from the late 80s and early 90s.
I knew the name sounded familiar.
Yeah, he was a distant family relation from one of my uncle's wives, ex-wives at now.
Now you got a memory that I'll never be able to beat. Is you got the cul-de-sac crew.
Oh yeah,
and
that
you
was
got
fun.
growing up going to Strategicon and still going now.
Mhm.
I don't have anything like that. That is really, really cool.
So the first time my uncle ever took me to Strategicon, I was 13 years old. He had just gotten me into Magic: The Gathering a couple of months beforehand. The first deck I had was basically every card I own.
Wow.
And well, he was my only opponent for those first couple of months. He's how I learned how to play. So, and then we go to this con, and it was literally, it's like, oh, hey, check out. So I've got this bucket full of nerd stuff. Check it out. Okay, cool. There's a pool. Toss.
I played when Ice Age came out. Like Ice Age had just came out when I played.
Right at the end of Revise and the beginning of 5th edition. So I started at 5th ed.
And I think I stopped playing right before that came out.
Yeah. Tempest, Stronghold, the Urza Saga, all that fun stuff. Yeah, that was all when I was playing Magic hard, when I was playing Magic religiously. And then I haven't touched it for a long time until this new Final Fantasy set came out. And the art in it is just so gorgeous. Oh my God.
I've been hearing lots of stories about how some of the new mechanics are just owning tables and
there's an uncommon Tifa that can turn 3 end the game. Turn 3. She does 20 damage and you kill your opponent. Game over. Turn 3. She's terrifying.
When I first started playing Magic, I had a friend who was selling cards at a tourney.
Mm-hmm.
So I would go and I would play early elimination rounds in the tourney. And I remember talking with people and somebody said, Did you hear about that dude that ripped up the card at the tournament? Because it had only happened like maybe 6 months before.
Was that the Chaos Diamond or
the Chaos
the Chaos Confetti?
Chaos Confetti? Yeah.
Well, the original card they banned because a player in a tournament knew his opponent had one in his deck, so they had a table up against the wall, so he took out masking tape and taped his card sleeves to the wall and played from the wall so that he couldn't Chaos Orb his playfield. So they banned the card right after that happened.
I remember when we were doing the tourneys when I was in high school. I would get because we did it like every weekend because my friend's cousin was doing it. So we'd go and he'd give us cards. He'd pay us in cards to go and help.
Nice. And
the work we did was basically go to Del Taco early in the morning and go through all the boxes.
Yeah, and haul boxes and look for things.
And then at the actual tournament, he didn't need us.
Nope.
Yeah, nobody needed to watch the table. He watched the table. But I got bored doing the actual tournament and would go to the side tables and play ante games.
Oh, nice. Back when those were a thing.
I was going to ask, is that a thing anymore?
No, ante got taken out, I believe, right around Arabian Nights. They did away with the whole ante system because there used to be cards that was specifically affected what card you had anteed. There were things that let you change the card you had anteed and other things, and none of that's legal to play anymore.
Yeah, like draft is the way to get to play for keeps nowadays.
Yeah.
But so for people who don't know, first off, Magic: The Gathering is a collectible card game. I'm sure most people listening to this know that.
I would hope so.
But
we've got a much more diverse audience than I thought.
Because I am a fogey, the thing that I'm talking about is ante, is before you started playing, both players would cut their decks and take the top card off. And that card would be anteed.
Yeah,
And
you were playing the game for that card. Whoever
yeah,
won got them both.
yeah.
So, like I said, there were cards that would let you change the card that was out there.
And you could do that, and then you could do ante where each player had one or two vetoes, where you
Yeah,
could pull a card out and say this isn't going to be part of it, and then shuffle back in when you play.
yeah. But like I said, it was they removed it from the game relatively quickly, and it was only around for the first few editions. I even have an old rule book that still mentions it, but yeah, it's nowadays they use so many keywords. The old rule books aren't even relevant anymore.
Yeah, I don't think trample was a thing when I played.
Probably
I
not.
don't think shadow was a thing when I played.
The shadow is not really a thing anymore. It was a thing for a while, and they bring it back every now and then for a little bit, but it's not really a thing anymore. I remember when banding was a thing.
I barely remember that.
Yeah, if you had creatures with banding, you could loop them together to multi-attack, and instead of them taking damage individually, they took damage all as one.
Wow.
So it was really hard to kill things that banded together. That was the whole idea. They stick together, team.
Was that Goblin decks?
There was actually a lot of white. White had a real
Oh, like
big,
shield walls and stuff like that.
a lot of
Yeah.
humanoids that all had banding. Basically, the townsfolk would all come together, or would band together to fight.
One of my decks was a Goblin deck because they were fun to play.
Goblins are always fun to play.
I mean, they didn't win all the games. I mean, they weren't bad, but they weren't great, but they were
Yeah.
fun to play.
Yeah, but red aggro has always been a fun deck, but unfortunately they sometimes make it so powerful that it's the only thing you face, and then it's really not fun.
I think the most fun I had was blue, but people hated playing against people playing blue. Like they'd get mad at you.
Yeah, no one likes control decks, especially if they lock you out of doing anything. One of the worst games I ever played, I got to play one land the entire game, and every turn he kept bouncing it back to my hand or destroying it, so I never actually got to play anything. It was the worst.
Yeah, the last time I played Magic was after a Pathfinder Society game. Somebody was like, "Let's do draft and let's try it and play." And I was like, "Okay." And I
Yeah.
did it. And I don't, they had to guide me through everything. It was like playing a different game.
Yeah. I hate to do this for a second, but I think we need to pause for a couple minutes. I have to use the restroom.
We took a little bit of a break for biological urgency, but then I sat in my chair and watched Dropout clips, and I'm in a good mood.
Yay! I ate something a couple days ago that hasn't been agreeing with me, so
What was it?
I'm not sure.
Oh my God. You just know you had something that's not good.
Something I ate in the last like 2 days just has not agreed with me, and I've been paying the price ever since.
What'll get me is I'll be absolutely fine in the morning, and then I'll like, I don't know if it's too much salt or too much something, but it's like I'll go to work and then my stomach will go, "No, you're not." But it's an immediate stomach flip. It's not a so let's jump into topic for a bit and go like, what are we watching? Like I said, I saw Superman. You haven't seen Superman, and I will give the non-spoiler review of it was good.
Yeah, like I said, I've heard good things.
Yeah, it was very good.
Yeah.
It may be the first movie in a very long time that I'm gonna buy.
Nice.
Yeah. I mean, it might require some kind of extended edition or like special features or something, but
Oh, I'm sure there will be.
yeah, like I'm excited about that. It felt like a live action Justice League Unlimited. It really did.
Okay, neat.
Yeah, and I like Justice League Unlimited a lot.
I dig it. Let's see what I'm watching. I'm actually currently on like season 9 of my rewatch of King of the Hill to get ready for the new episodes that are coming out in a couple weeks.
Oh,
I'm
cool.
so excited for it. Can't wait.
Yeah, I'm excited to watch that. I'm letting a bit of a buffer form for Star Trek Strange New Worlds. I haven't watched the third season yet, but I know we're on the third episode of the third season, so I'm kind of letting them go for a couple of weeks so I don't have to watch one and then sit.
I'm also planning on over the next couple of weeks pretty much binging all the Disney Plus Star Wars shows that I haven't seen that I should have.
Have you heard about the Dresden Files news?
They're redoing the show? Yes.
No, I haven't heard that.
Oh, I heard that they were talking
No,
about redoing the show.
no, it was officially announced that the next book's coming out in
Oh
January.
yeah, 12 months or whatever it's called, something
Yeah,
like that. Yeah, yeah, I did hear that.
yeah, I'm excited. I'm
Yeah,
really
I
excited.
think I really need to start a reread of those again. I need to actually dust off my collection and start reading them again.
There is something that I watched that came up yesterday.
Oh,
I have to tell it by without breaking the rules of this show, but I went to work and then during the day, two people called me and told me I had to watch the South Park episode before they pulled it off the TV.
oh, good God,
And
yeah,
I rushed home and watched it.
yeah, yeah, yeah. No,
And
no, enough said, enough said.
yeah, I will give my non-spoiler review of that. It was very funny.
If you want to know more about that, you can join us in the bonus episode.
Yeah, I'm happy to talk about that.
Which, if you'd like to hear our bonus episodes, patreon.com/nerdpodcastradio.
And that's gonna be a short one today too.
Yeah, I mean, we have a bonus episode for every episode,
Yeah.
but well, just about since we started doing it.
No, I don't think we've ever skipped. I don't think we've skipped one in a very long time.
Like I said, since we started doing it.
Yeah. No, I think I've been watching Resident Alien and I got the
I
bad
really want to
news.
get it. I really want to get into that.
I got the bad news that the fourth season's going to be the last, but apparently the finale is good.
Yeah, okay. I know Tudyk's amazing in it, so
I watched the first part of Sandman season 2.
okay.
If you haven't watched Sandman, it's very good. It's
I
not
have
comic booky at all. It is based on a comic book, but it
Okay.
is based on a very prosy comic book that's not really comic booky. You know what I mean? It's
Gotcha.
Neil Gaiman. It's a book. It's not. I wouldn't even call it a graphic novel. It's a piece of literature that has pictures and text bubbles.
It's an illustrated novel.
Yeah,
Love it.
I mean, it was legitimately a comic book, but the stories are really, really good, and the show does a good job of portraying those stories, and it's a very fun watch.
Neat.
It feels very epic and about like these grand concepts, and like you got dream and desire and destruction and these concepts that are pre-human, and then they're on occasion they meet with gods and monsters and all sorts of stuff and do a lot of traveling to the dream world. Patton Oswalt plays a raven in it.
Oh, fine, nice. Okay.
Yeah, it's very
Cool.
good.
Well, I
but-
have to see it at some point then. I am contractually obligated to watch everything Patton Oswalt's in, so
Yeah, it's not a. Oh, I forgot about that.
yeah.
Yeah, I forgot about that. Because of the secret to the rat serum that you got.
Yes.
Yeah. There are multiversal journeys that we don't get to do very often anymore. Yeah.
Honestly,
God, that must have happened like 30 episodes ago.
It was a while ago. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. The Parliament of Patton Oswalt's. Yeah, a lot of people don't know, like they have the Council of Ricks and the Council of Reeds in the comics, but in real life we get the Parliament of Patton Oswalt. That's our real multiversal
Surprisingly effective form of council, though.
It really is. And when Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. had all the cloned Patton Oswalts, they just got the real ones. They didn't have to use CGI. It saved a lot of money.
Yeah.
Keep a straight face, keep a straight face, keep a straight face.
I don't know what you're talking about. I mean, come on. Obviously.
I couldn't.
I mean, what, you don't go to the parliamentary meetings? They are so much fun.
I don't do as much of I have to stay here to maintain the main panel, that, and then the engineering side, you get access to the portal.
Yeah, I do have that extra door you don't have. Yeah, there is that.
But I have the transmitter, so on occasion I hear barking coming from the room, but only barking.
You really love talking to Mouse, don't you?
He's decided he's a co-host of the podcast.
I see. Oh God, we're doomed. Oh God, we're doomed.
Well, they in that universe, there's a podcast called Danger Mouse that's probably associated with the dog in some form. There's just a bunch of purring and woofing.
No, you don't understand. If we're tangentially connected to anything important in the Dresden universe, we are fucked.
It's true. I don't know that any kind of otherworldly or metaphysical horror that could come out of fictional worlds cannot compare to the metaphysical horror that exists in this parrot. Hi. I said that, and he just turned and looked right at me.
That's all.
Hi, Cass. He's like, it's way past bedtime.
Pretty much.
Actually, it's not way past bedtime. It's 6:30. He goes to bed at 6:30, and it's like 7 now. So yeah, no, he's good.
He's being a rebel. He's eating to stay up late.
He just loves being able to be here in the room with me while I do this. If I get up to use the restroom, he just starts screaming right away. Also, I have this thing, which is the noise machine for the bird.
Oh, nice.
We have one next to the bed too. And I always tell Heather when
Kinky.
it's not, and I always tell Heather when it's not on, it's like, I'm hot, turn on the noise machine.
That's funny. That's funny.
I'm getting cool. Could you turn the volume down on the noise machine?
Oh my God, you are such a troll. You really are. You're just such a troll, I swear.
I just like saying things that break people's brains for a second.
Troll. That's what I get for feeding the troll.
I have never been much of an internet troll, but I've always been an in-person troll.
I didn't say anything about internet. I just said troll. I was non-specific as to which variety.
So I think I've watched those things. I'm looking forward to One Piece live action.
Yeah, can't wait for the second season of that. Definitely gonna rewatch the first season again before that comes out.
The first season surprised me. I didn't know it was coming.
Oh, it was so good. It was so good. It really was. If you haven't seen it, you should. It's amazing.
I'm also looking for, I can't think of what it's called, but the new Airbender animated show is coming, like soon.
I have no idea.
Yeah.
To be fair, I was never that big of an Airbender fan. I never watched. I was too old for Nickelodeon. I never watched the show as a kid. So
I have a great story about it. I was too old for it too, but I had a friend with a 5-year-old who called me at like midnight and was like, "Are you up?" And I was like, "Yeah, I'm up. Come over. You have to watch something." And we sat and watched the DVDs. And that was my introduction to Airbender because we stayed up to like 4 a.m. watching every single episode that he had on the DVDs. So yeah, I got the fortunate late introduction to Airbender from a fanatic friend before you could really watch them online. I'll never forget that. Come over, you have to watch something.
That's funny. Yeah, I didn't have that, so I knew, and I never got into the show. So
There was a movie that was like that.
That's true for a lot of cartoons nowadays. It's like I don't really watch cartoons all that much anymore.
I think it's something I miss as an older and adult because in my 20s, one of my favorite things was I'd get a call from a friend that was like, "I just saw this amazing movie. Come on over. We're gonna go to the movie theater. I want to watch it again with you." I would get that all the time.
Nice.
That's how I saw Final Destination. A friend was like, "You have come with me. We're gonna go watch this movie right now." I still haven't seen Bloodlines yet.
I haven't actually seen any of them besides what I've seen in like Nostalgia Critic reviews.
I like the first movie. The other ones weren't that.
I've seen enough the scenes from it and have read enough synopses of it. I know what happens. I know the plot. I just haven't actually seen the movie.
Yeah, the thing that I liked about Final Destination is it started my long-running habit of checking under my car before I go for a drive. Nothing in that movie happens from under a car. But all the accidents in that movie are so convoluted that I started checking under my car before I left anywhere.
Nice. That is funny.
You know what I haven't watched in a while, and I think I want to do a rewatch?
What?
Because it's been about 5 years. Supernatural.
Ah, yeah. Pudding. And if you don't get that joke, you're not a Supernatural fan.
You're a pretty big Supernatural fan if you get that joke. I mean, it's a reference to one episode.
Yep. But it's an episode that a lot of people have seen. Pudding!
Yay!
And if you need context, he drops his pants and then says, "Pudding!" with his hands in the air.
I've been told that wasn't scripted, but
I have a feeling the first time it wasn't, but then they said, "No, that's funny. We're doing that."
Yeah.
And he had to do it over and over and over again.
Yeah, they were like, just do something crazy.
Yeah. Or like on one of their takes, he's just like, "Fuck it," and dropped his pants and did it. And everyone was just dying laughing. He's like, "No, we're doing that. We're using that."
One of the big things I regret about Supernatural, so being a big fan, you learn all these facts about the show.
Yeah.
And with like interviews with the actors and stuff. there was a writer's room talk about doing a Supernatural Smallville crossover. Supernatural was a show about urban legends, and there is actually an urban legend about Superman where there's a curse on the actors who played Superman. Because George Reeves mysteriously died. George Reeves mysteriously died. Christopher Reeve had the horse accident. So the concept of the episode was they were going to go to Vancouver to go to the set of Supernatural to save Tom Welling from the Superman curse. And there was a reason it didn't happen, but it would have been very cool if they would have done that. And then after they told that story, in the same interview, they told the story about how they were standing offset waiting for their cue to drive the car on set. And Tom Welling came up to them because they were filming on the same day and they were chatting while they were waiting for the cue. But when the cue happened, Tom Welling got into the car with them.
Oh, wow.
So when they pulled up to do their scene, Sam and Dean got out of the car and then Superman got out of the car.
That's funny. That's amazing.
As like a prank on the crew.
That's great.
Yeah.
Talking about the Superman curse, I mean, he continues. It's not just that. Dean Cain played Superman in Lois and Clark.
What else?
Never did anything ever again.
Yeah.
Name three things.
He did Ripley's Believe It or Not. What else did he do? Hold on.
See? Exactly.
No, he did other stuff.
Oh, shit, he was in Rat Race. I didn't know that.
Oh, yeah, he played the boyfriend that got attacked by the helicopter.
That's right.
He was just like a cameo.
Yeah. He was in Lost.
Almost none of this.
Yeah, he's done a lot of
like Christmas movies,
no name,
like Hallmark movies,
like Hallmark movies, and no name shit. And he hasn't done TV. So yeah, he did a bunch of TV up until 2014. Then 3 things in 2015, 2 things in 2016, 1 thing in 2018, and 1 thing in 2023. He literally disappeared from TV.
A lot of Canadian productions.
Mm-hmm. Well, the majority of Hallmark movies are Canadian productions.
Yeah.
That's how they're made so cheap.
Well,
and why there's so many of them.
You always see a lot of the same actors showing up.
Mm-hmm.
Castiel, on your perch. No need to scream. On your perch. Speaking of Supernatural.
He's not listening to
No, there he goes.
Oh, wow. Wow. Well,
yeah.
Well done.
You gotta be patient with him. He'll do it. He just doesn't do it right away.
So he's like a 6-year-old. Okay.
Yeah,
there he goes. Now he's off.
No, he's going to climb on top of the cage and swing around because he did it. So he was a good boy. So he's going to do the happy dance. Woohoo!
So adorable. Woohoo! Yippee!
One day he was doing the happy dance and I was ignoring him. And all of a sudden I hear him yell at me, frustrated. Who?
Oh, that's funny.
He doesn't talk very often. The most memorable time he talked was something had fallen on the floor. And I had never heard him say this before, but I was on the floor picking stuff up. And all of a sudden he came down to the bottom of his cage, hanging upside down, and just yelled, "What's up?" at me. Because I guess Heather does that. And I'd never had done that, so I'd never heard him do it.
Neat.
But he's mostly a private talker. Like we'll hear him talking in here during if
he is not privately talking. He's either monologuing or plotting.
Yeah. Well, I think he practiced, but he talks a lot when he doesn't think anybody can hear him.
Like I said, he's monologuing or he's dictating his own notes.
We'll hear him go, hi, Cass. Hi, Castiel. Castiel. Hi. And then he'll go, and then stop.
Mm-hmm. See, he is actually an alien being and he's trying to assimilate the language.
Kadosh. Yeah. We'll focus on him for a second. Kadosh, don't bite me. Good boy.
He's a pretty bird.
Yeah, Kadosh. He says, I want to go to bed now. That's why he's asking for Kadosh.
He's saying, get out of my room.
So, I meant it when we say we're going to do a short one. This is a very short one.
Oh,
So-
yay, topicless episode where we didn't really
Yeah.
talk about anything. Woo!
Yeah, we talk about what we're watching and what we're gonna watch. But if you want to hear some more, go to our bonus episode at patreon.com/nerdpodcastradio. This has been Super Vegan Brian, joined by David the Real Vault III
Bye, everybody.
and Castiel. Woohoo!
Now he doesn't say anything.
Stay nerdy, stay informed, and stay awesome.
Stay awesome.
Thanks for listening to our nerd show. Podcast Radio.